Hello, welcome to Pro Trader Strategies Market Commentary. Today is June 11th. Let's get it on. Today we had retail sales come out a little bit better than expected. They were up about 1.2% or right in line with what expectations were by the economists that were surveyed. 11 out of 13 of the sectors were better than expected. The biggest driver of that all was the auto sales. Everybody's out buying a car. That was up over 2%. So this is all partly due to what we saw last week with the wage and salary increases. Some of the best numbers we've seen in a couple of years. Those were up almost 5%. So that's really driving this retail sales. People are starting to see that money in their pocket. One of the big factors here we're going to be talking about is crude oil. You know, as crude oil gets up here around the $60 area, that's going to kind of eat away at some of what that wage inflation that we're seeing. So we're going to have to keep an eye on this. Like I've been talking about, once we get crude oil into this $60 area, it really starts getting the guys up north in the Balkan oil fields and in North Dakota pushing out some oil. They're starting to really fire up those rigs up there. And I think that that's going to also contribute to this push down. Although we saw OPEC come out and say that they were going to keep production as it was, some of the mumblings were that a few of them were going to produce a little bit more than what they had originally said. So I think we're going to start seeing a little bit of sell-off there. But as you can see, we're stuck in between this trend-lined area. We tested it yesterday, and then today we're starting to see a little bit of a pullback. I'm going to kind of hold off on this. This is really flagging out. I don't know which direction right now. Either one of USO is going to do either. USO is also stuck in this flat line area. I really would like to see it break down and kind of pull back a little bit. That will really help the economy as far as I can see. So that's what I'm looking at, holding off on that trade right now. I'm really kind of watching everything right now. We got SPY just after yesterday's big rally. We're just kind of stuck up here. It's trying to figure out which way the bulls or the bears are going to push this market. We're just kind of stuck there right at value for the most part. This is where the market has perceived value, so we're kind of stuck right there. The bulls and the bears are kind of battling it out right now, and nobody's really picking a direction. So in that, I've kept on my SPY trades. I've got my IBM on and keeping the Walmart going. But one thing that I did look into was Google. I figured if we're kind of stuck in this trend right now, Google's stuck in its trend. I did end up putting on an iron condor in there. I did the 545.60 call spread versus the 520 505 put spread in there, and I did it for just over $8. So I got a credit of that, sold it for a little over $8. I'm going to see what that does, and I did that with like 38 days to go, so it was the regular monthlies in the Google there. So it's pretty short today. I'm just kind of waiting for something to happen. As you can see, volatility in just about everything here and in SPY just continues to slump downward. So it's really kind of hard to sell any strategies with really low volatility. I want to see some spike in the volatility before anything happens. Google seems to be trending down. One thing that was working for me a little bit earlier this morning was volatility is finally starting to fall off here down in Walmart, so I'm not seeing any more of that expansion, so that's showing up in my P&L as well. So that's about all I've got for you today. We've got a couple of webinars coming up, so check out the Pro Trader Strategies website. Look for those coming out in the next week or so, and I'm going to start doing a series of webinars where it'll be more live and won't be necessarily things that have happened, which is what's happened in the tutorials. So I can't really show anything live on those, but in the webinars and in the in-room classes that we'll be doing here shortly, you can check those out and sign up, and I hope to see you there. If you can't take that, take it easy.